Alright guys, in this video what we're going to be covering is how to filter out low quality leads for your clinic, okay? Again, if you know who I am, my name is Nicholas Alexiou, co-founder of A&M Media, where we only work with clinics, help them grow, scale, and ultimately hit all of their goals revenue-wise, okay? Profit as well. But basically, how to filter out low quality leads for your clinic when you're running Facebook ads, okay? This is very, very important because I think this is probably the biggest issue with aesthetic clinics when it comes to marketing. It's not get like I think everyone's immune to getting leads. Like no one, everyone's like PTSD from leads because what they've seen previously is like these low quality people come through and they're just sick of it. Okay, so what we want to go through this video is how to filter these time wasters out. Okay, that way you're not wasting your time calling leads. You're like, who are you? What's your service? And just what's the cheapest option? Okay, so this is something we sort of experienced for a while now. Okay, we went through like the trenches like with all the clients. We've experienced all the hard yards. So I'm gonna save you guys thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours of time trying to sort this out yourself. Because again, when I was going through this and then understanding like, what was happening with clients, like why low quality leads were coming in, it used to frustrate me. Okay, it took up so much energy. Okay, so what I want to cover in this video. Obviously, I made a video about messaging, which if you haven't seen, I'd watch that because that will help a lot with your quality leads coming through and also like the ICP with your ideal client profile. But what I want to cover in this video is something more on the technical side with Facebook. Okay, so and what that's called is your pixel. Okay, so your Facebook pixel. Okay, think of this as like the brain of like your advertising, which collects all the data. So imagine you've got like a pink here. Okay, imagine you've got like a brain. Okay, just don't mind my drawing, guys. This is like a brain. All right, it's not like a brain, but we're gonna call that a brain. All right, you've got a brain here. Okay, and every time someone clicks on an ad, clicks, becomes a lead. Okay, what this does is it sends this back to Facebook, which is the pixel which is the brain, and says, all right, these are the people I want to target. Show it to more of these people. Okay, that's what Facebook's pixel pretty much is. A lead comes in, someone clicks on your ad. There's also mini micro examples. Like someone watches 10+ seconds on your ad. That data will go back to Facebook and say, okay, this person's interested. Show it to them again. Show it to people similar to them. And the way your advertising works is think of, especially with post and Andromeda, think of your ads targeting people as like buckets. So imagine this is like bucket one, you've got bucket two, and then you've got bucket three. And what these buckets represent is different audiences. All right. If you have an ad one, so let's say you've got ad one, and this is about looking for a long-term solution for your skin. All right. That ad will show it to people who are in bucket one, audience one, which is people who have been burnt before and they want long-term skin health. Let's say ad number two is about the newest viral treatment. What this is going to show is people who are normally looking for discounts or the newest treatment. Okay, and it keeps going. And so let's say obviously you've got ad number one. Let's say you decided for some reason your agency or you decided to do ad number two and target people who were looking for a quick fix for their skin. Again, nothing wrong with that. If that's the way your business is structured, you're looking for clients to come in for 1 or 2 treatments, that's fine as well, okay? Probably not the best profitability-wise, but if you need clients on bums on seats, then you guys can do that as well. Now, what's gonna happen is, if you decide to go in this bucket, all right, what you're gonna see is gonna be a very drastic difference in your quality of lead, okay? If you guys are taking, again, it doesn't matter what ad you got, even for this one, you could still have low quality leads come through for ad number one, okay? Let's say you have an ad, you take them to a form, okay? And on that form, all you have is name, email, phone number, what's your main skin concern. I see this all the time. That's all they have on the form, right? Those 4 questions. If you let everyone go into your form, okay, and you send the data back to Facebook, what that is saying is, all right, show it to more of these people. So you probably haven't even qualified this lead yet. All you've asked for is their name, email, phone number, and then their skin goal. So if your ads are shit, right, and people who fill out this form are low quality and aren't the right fit, that data is going to go back to Facebook, and Facebook's going to say, all right, we're going to show it to more of these people. Okay. So if you guys are suffering with low quality leads for your clinic, it's because you're not conditioning, like you're not qualifying them on the front end, which is leading to a bad conversion on the back end with your sales conversion process. Okay. And so what you want to do in this scenario is like, it seems so simple, but you see people won't do it because they've got an ego attached to cost per lead, especially agencies. They'll have an ego attached to, I want to have the cheapest cost per lead possible. Okay, but at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is revenue in your business. Only thing that matters, and profit as well. Okay, so if that was the scenario, what you're gonna have to realize is, all right, this is bringing low quality leads. I have to start filtering out these time wasters. Okay. And the good thing about the Facebook pixel is it operates in a recency bias, which basically means it only operates like, let's say the last 50 leads or 100 leads that come through. That's how we will monitor. It's not gonna be like your whole data. And like if you already fucked your pixel, if you've already done this before and your pixel is already fucked because you've got so many low quality leads coming through, you can still solve this. You don't have to set up another pixel. What you can do is just filter them out now, and the next 10, 20, 30 leads that come through, the Facebook will go, okay, these are the people I want to show the ads to moving forward. It always operates in a recency bias. Okay, so if this was the case, I'll look at how can I filter out these low quality leads. There's two things you can do. Okay, one thing, well, we call this pixel conditioning. Pixel conditioning, where basically instead of having like a little form, and we do this actively with our clients, you take them to a survey. Okay, fill out this 1 to 2 minute application. Apply for this. Fill in details, see if you qualify for your session. And what you can do is like have that survey and ask questions that's going to filter out the time wasters. So for example, what I love to do, obviously at the start you can do like 1 or 2 questions, like what is your main skin concern? So skin concern. Question number 2 could be, how long has this been going on for? How long? Question number 3, and this is where you start to go through like more like committed questions, like how soon are you looking to start? And then you can have like the next ASAP. You can have one week, 1 month, and then you can have an option. I'm going to put this in blue because when we come back to this, is just researching. Okay, then you can go into another question. Are you aware there's a deposit required? Are you aware there is a $50 deposit? Just an example. Yes, I am aware. I'll probably put this question last because it's very committed. And then you can have another question like, what is your budget? Okay, like this really depends. I normally ask this on the sales call or when the client comes into clinic, but you can do it either way. What is your budget? Okay, let's say they do 0 to 500. I'm gonna put this in blue because we're gonna come back to this. 0 to 500. Let's say they do 500 to 1K, and then 1K plus. And then again, another question like, are you looking for long-term skin health, quick fixes, etc., etc. Then at the very last page, you'd have name, email, phone number, and anything else you need. Okay. Now, the reason why I put these in blue is because you guys are going to do something called conditional logic. And what that basically means is when a lead presses this exact reply, you disqualify them from the pixel. And this is what I'm saying, pixel conditioning. And you're probably saying, well, why would I lower my leads come through? What I would recommend doing is I wouldn't classify them as a lead, but when they fill that question out or they press that specific button, you just take them to a booking page and go book in a random treatment. That way you can liquidate your ad costs, okay? But I wouldn't put them on the pixel. Reason being is because you don't want these low quality people coming in who are going to spend $500 or less onto your pixel, because what Facebook will do is it'll show it to more of those people. Okay, so what you're going to do is, again, something called conditional logic, and say when this person clicks this answer 0 to 500, disqualify the lead, or take them to a separate landing page where there's no pixel on this landing page with a booking time there. And then for the people who do qualify, who let's say they do their budget is 1K plus, you take them to a different landing page where the pixel is on, so the pixel will be on this landing page to track and say this is a lead, and then have the booking page here, even like a little thank you page video for inquiry, and they can book in their time here. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm telling you guys to do this is because if you get these people start coming through on your pixel, they're just looking for information, they're willing to spend zero to $500, Facebook will show it to more of those people. And this is why I'm saying pixel conditioning. You don't want these people, you don't want everyone and anyone coming through your lead forms. You want this to be very, very specific, because again, it's not just a one low quality lead that like comes in and that's it. That one low quality lead will show it to like 10 other low quality leads, and it consistently goes down this cycle. So if you are looking to filter out low quality leads, again, don't have an ego attached to cost per lead. Everyone has this ego attached to like, oh yeah, I want to have the cheapest cost per lead, the lowest cost per lead possible. But that could actually detriment you in the long term, because you could get 100 leads for $10 cost per lead. So you get $10 cost per lead and have 100 leads coming through, right? But only 5 of those leads turn into appointments. Whereas you could get, let's say you went to this scenario and your cost per lead went up even higher, like let's say it went up to $100, you could have 50 leads come, we could have even higher. Let's say you had 5 leads come through, right? These 5 leads turned into appointments, right? Your pixel will be like, oh, I'm gonna show it to more of these people because these ones actually converted. Okay, these are actually quality people coming through for the clinic. So I'm trying to make these. Don't worry too much about cost per lead. Cost per lead is a vanity metric, okay? You can change cost per lead like that by just asking more or less questions, okay? And this is actually another point to mention as well. For some clinics, it's gonna be different, all right? Some clinics can get away with having just this section here, right, which we've had before, by the way. They have one question on the form and they convert most of their leads into appointments, 50-60%. Okay, some other clinics are going to have to use this, just depending on their messaging, how much competition they have, who's the ideal audience that's located near the clinic. Like all these questions you're going to have to ask if you are experiencing obviously low quality leads. So if you guys obviously are here, I want to say use this because you guys already are experiencing this issue. Okay, so yeah, pixel conditioning, this is very, very important, because what you don't want is your brain pixel. You don't want your brain to be skewed with all of these idiots basically coming through on your pixel. Okay, so yeah, if you guys are experiencing this issue, again, put lead pixel conditioning on, start to disqualify people who aren't a good fit on the lead form, and be more strict up front, because again, your cost per lead may increase on the front end, okay? But again, sales and marketing are opposite, okay? Cost per lead could go higher, but then your conversion rate will decrease. Your conversion rate on the leads will decrease. Your conversion rate on your cost per lead will increase, and your conversion rate on leads will increase as well. Okay, because you're going to be converting more appointments, which means that your obviously cost to acquire customer at the end could be exactly the same as a low cost per lead, but a low conversion rate. Okay, so any questions, guys, let me know. But again, what we covered in this video is just pixel conditioning, which is sort of the main thing I want you guys to implement for your clinic if you guys are experiencing those lead quality issues. Okay, any questions, let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video.